Hello.
Is it happening? It's happening, isn't it? It's happening.
It is happening. It's we're live right now, as a matter of fact.
Oh, look at that.
I decided not to wait. I'm only able to be here for the first 2 hours of the trading day. Well, up until 11 o'clock. Then I got to catch a meeting. Or wait, no, sorry, noon. Then I got to catch a meeting. But for
Meeting
right
at
now, I
noon.
figured I'd be
Noted.
here. Yep.
Heck yeah. Let's do it. Great morning to do it. We haven't seen this much green in our portfolios for a while.
I know, right? It's been a hot minute. I'm seeing back-to-back engulfing candles on the 5-minute chart. I'm looking to see this one close above the previous red candle here. This would be a bullish sandwich candle if the green can close above this wick. Nice bullish engulfing candle. Gotta see it. I really want to see it.
We've got a lot of stuff really setting up nicely today. Borks is looking strong. ATER is pushing intraday highs.
Yeah, Redbox is setting up so nicely. This run's been magical so far. It's
People are like, is this FOMOing in right now? I'm like,
yeah,
yeah,
it kind of is.
technically.
Yeah, it
I
kind of is.
I thought I was FOMOing in the other day when I bought at 444, but I was wrong.
We're all laughing because so many of us in here who didn't get in super, super early or were just spread thin, we're all in with like 10 shares, 20 shares. We're rooting on, woo! With the barely any. We're all, yeah, 100% gains. I'm up like $30. Woo!
It just feels good to finally get a right call. But in this case, I do wish that I had more. I just didn't have the capital for it at the time. But right now, I like the setup. This is good. This is very good. All right, I got that bullish engulfing candle that I was looking for. Oh, no, not quite. Not quite.
This one's been fun. I've been literally using it as a trading exercise just because I've been in that same boat, spread between other plays and still confident, so waiting. And but I wanted to play it and test my technical analysis as it's been growing. So I've limped in with like 10 shares, and I've been day trading them just along with the fibs and the different levels, and trying to apply some of the stuff I've been learning. And it's been fun because I've been nailing the calls, and I think it's because I'm so emotionally disconnected from it. I'm thinking a lot more rationally and clearly when I'm looking at this stuff, and able to kind of build out my charts a lot better. And I'm trying to take notes of what I'm doing now so I can, God forbid, try to recreate it when I have a substantial play working away.
Yeah, there you go. And oddly enough, I was looking at the Chandler exit strategy on TradingView just to see how it performed against this one. It did pretty well, actually. I'm looking at the buy and sell signals. It mostly does well during the trading day rather than after hours, but occasionally after hours it works out. The volume is so low though, and the ATR period is very thin with this one. So the buy sell signals on this particular strategy for this ticker, very nice.
What is that strategy in a nutshell?
It's basically looking at, I forget what ATR stands for, but you know what? I don't know. It's probably trading on stochastic and RSI indexes. Yeah, if I look at no, it can't be trading on RSI indexes because this would have produced a buy signal. I don't know. I don't know. I was looking for trading strategies, just technical trading strategies that have historically performed well, and this one came up in my feed, so I was trying it out on this one, and it does seem to be doing pretty well.
It is kind of fun as long as you can understand the good portion of what is compiling there together. You can almost throw these indicators at the wall to see if they'll work just by throwing them on your chart and seeing historically how it lines up.
Mm-hmm. Oh man, I'm liking the EMAs. The EMAs are showing such divergence. That's great. This is beautiful. Gone full bull run right now. If this ends up working out such that the this Gantt fan gets touched at the top, that would be my best case scenario for this stock. I would definitely take an exit once it touches the top of the Gantt fan. I'm just kind of waiting to see how it does for the rest of the morning trading session. Everybody was expecting it to sell off in the morning, and instead it's just like sort of retracing. It just takes off.
Jeez Louise.
What a beautiful thing. Let's go take a look at some of our other plays and see what else is going on. So ATER was setting up. Ooh, yeah, it broke 550. That was my big resistance on this one. I tried to add some capital to my trading account, but I'm currently waiting on settlement. Up 200% on RDBX in total. If you got in an RDBX early, congratulations on the huge win. Trying to look at other plays that we can dig into. The big ones currently are BBIG, which is starting to show some volatility. It's setting up very nicely. Those July options are starting to get a little bit more expensive. The liquidity is pretty thin on them, but you can still get some $4 calls for July 15th at, see, $4 are trading at 34 cents, 35 cents on the ask. At the monies for 250 are trading at 65 cents on the ask. And that's for July 15th. I chose July 15th because there's a big heat map. There's a big collection of high open interest on July 15th. There's a gamma ramp set up on that date specifically, and they're also very safe, I feel. Safe insofar as it gives you almost 3 months. It's roughly 75 days till expiration. So I really like the setup for those. ATER. Ooh, wow, these volume candles have... That's pretty consistent volume throughout the morning, and it's all heading towards the bull side. That's pretty consistent, good volume. Man, I wish I had been able to get my cash in my brokerage this morning, because that would have been nice to add to my positions on ATER. I might be able to catch BBIG though.
BBIG is setting up nice right now. It's pushing intraday highs and it's maintaining what it ran up to over the end of the trading week last week.
Yep.
Looks like they're trying to slam Redbox down to the VWAP on the 5-minute.
Let's look at that. Show me the VWAP. Yep, they are trying to hit it down to the VWAP. They wanted to get it back below the Gantt. This resistance here. What did this nearly touch? This was touching. Oh, it was teasing $10. And they got control of it again.
Yeah, that's a big psychological number too. $10, I think.
Profit takers helped him out. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, my dude.
Oh, no worries. No, no. I just kind of, I just didn't want to finish my thought anyway. You know what I mean?
I understand. Well, they've done these big hits against it, and it's come back every single time. So this is the same. If this sets up as the same candle, turns into a doji, then
There's
I'd
your
say that
doji.
we'll reverse again. Just needs to close here. Just needs to close above 875, and then engulf on the next candle. And that would be
861 is the 38.2 retracement from this last little leg up too, so it's still in a really healthy spot to reload.
Yeah, this is a really good spot. RSI's cooled off now to below 60. That's a good sign. They want to force this MACD to cross over. That's what they want to see.
Jesus, my poor charts.
Just stop me. Damn it.
Every single time, I'm like, should I draw another set of fib lines? I feel like Kylo Ren blasting Luke. Just.
ATER is moving still.
Yeah, man, ATR is looking real good.
Got 30 seconds to close this candle above the VWAP.
I want to see it above 875. 10 seconds. Close above 75. Oh, I did it. Yes.
Nice. Yes. Now engulf. Engulf, engulf, engulf.
That's good strength right there. Now we just need bullish confirmation with an engulfing green candle. If you're watching on YouTube and you're not sure what an engulfing candle is, this is an example of an engulfing candle. It's where you have a big red candle and it closes with a body with a close wick. The green candle opens at or below the close of the previous candle's body, and then also closes at or above the previous candle. Technically, this is a 3-candle pattern right here called a sandwich pattern. It's a 3-candle pattern where you have two larger, just think of it like a hamburger bun or a sandwich. You got a piece of meat between two slices of bread. It's usually bullish. I really want to see this one close back all the way above 9. It's got a long way to go, but it's got to close above 945.
There's a wall of about 6,500 at 880. And then 7,500 at 895.
Mm-hmm. Well, it may not get a close above, but if we enter into some consolidation, I'd still take it.
IRNT wants to do stuff today, up 7.5%.
Really?
It's been pretty beat down lately.
It has been. It's been in a zone of supply for a long time. Bulls aren't picking it up. But it touched the bottom of it, and now all of a sudden it's got attention. Interesting.
Weird how that played out.
Yeah. Well, I did call this bottom. So I guess there's that. Let's see what we got here. Oh, look at that.
Huh.
Cross consolidation on the 19th. Touch the bottom of the supply zone here on the today. Yeah, IRNT could be setting up for a reversal. Wouldn't be too upset by that. Let's see how long it took last time. If this sets up for a double bottom, and we can get a run up to $4 over the next 30 to 45 days. Yeah, let's set this trend up. Let's see what it does. All right.
Yeah, I believe cybersecurity. My idea with IRNT is my daughter's local community college recently had a ransomware attack. They had the whole college shut down.
Oh, no kidding.
Yep, here in Battle Creek, Michigan, Kellogg Community College.
Oh, wow. Yeah, ransomware is still going to continue to be a problem for a long time, I feel.
Well, yeah, if it works, I mean,
Yeah. There's nowadays there's it's a business model. They've got it down to such a science that they have a partnership and affiliate model. A lot of these ransomware groups, they actually will pay people for access to botnets that they've taken control of, so that they can install their ransomware, and they give you a cut, like based on like the number of hosts you infect on a monthly basis. That's how nailed down to a business science they have this entire process.
That's insane. Oh no, Redbox closed below the VWAP. Eee.
Burn it all down.
Watch
Burn it
the
all to the ground.
Burn it
Yeah.
all.
well, watch it bounce off of the 50, or I'm sorry, this is the
Yep.
20 EMA.
That's the 50 fib.
Yeah, see
20
if
EMA
it
and a
bounces
50
here and closes above this candle. Let's see it.
overlapping indicators. Like it.
That was just your classic stop loss hunt. Everybody just set their stop loss just below the VWAP. Got them all. Now it's time to go again.
Yep. The MACD crossed below. It was like, oh yeah, bears are back in control. That's what the signs all tell you. But just occasionally, it'll take you in the other direction. The indicators can be used against technical traders too. They know we're looking at all the same stuff. I'm not paying attention to these buy-sell signals. I'm just testing out a strategy for those who are watching this. Like, just because you see this doesn't mean that it's a recommendation or it's like a call to buy or sell. I'm just looking at this for a day trading strategy. It seems reasonably accurate. Like, it's been pretty spot on. But honestly, like, just buying and holding RDBX has worked out the best for me.
Yeah, same.
We got in. Like, most of us got in The early entries we got in on the 22nd, I would say.
Somewhere around there, yeah.
Big props to DM Calls on Twitter and on Reddit. DMC for short. He's been a analyst with us on Hell's trading floor for quite a while.
Mm-hmm.
I was seeing somebody asking about BRQS. Let's go ahead and take a look at BRQS. If you guys have any questions, be sure to send them along in live stream questions. I'll be watching that chat the most. So let's see where BRQS is. Consolidation is still keeping up, and it's looking like it's getting ready to try to challenge the top of this wedge here. There was another stop loss hunt on it down to what was this? It touched 31 cents. $31.4 to be perfectly exact. The technicals show that BRQS is getting ready to break out of this pennant here, which would be a sign of continuation. So if you're looking to extend some profits, if you got stopped out of Redbox, then you could consider shifting entirely to another ticker. I mean, this thing has run really nicely. So if you got stopped out at this point, like, you know, the best thing to do for yourself if you're going to set stop losses for yourself after you've made big profit is to stay out of something. Even though I would love to see people continue buying and pushing this thing because I think that it can go higher and higher, doesn't mean that that's what's right for you. If you're looking at Redbox like, oh shit, I got stopped out, and I want to I want to make more money, but I don't know if I should jump back into this because it's looking weak. And yeah, it kind of is, but it may also reverse like it did the last 3 times. So, we'll find out. But regardless, if you are stopped out and you're committed to that decision of like, okay, once I've been stopped out of a ticker, I'm going to stay out of it. And if you stick to that strategy, then there's a possible setup on BRQS if you're looking for a penny stock. But if you're looking for something that's a little bit less risky, ATER just retraced after a nice big move, and it's setting up support here at 550, which is a really strong sign. If we get some continuation on ATER, remember this one is a combined short gamma squeeze setup. ATER is shorted by a significant margin. Let's go check let's go check out the Ortex charts. And let's go take a look at ATER. I would show you BRQS, but the shorts on BRQS aren't impressive yet. We're still waiting for that setup. So here's ATER. 40% of the short of the free float is shorted with a cost to borrow of 254% on average. That's an annualized fee that shorts pay every single day. So imagine if you had to pay a annualized credit card payment every single day. That's what they'd be looking at. It adds up to about a 254% cost if they paid every single day for the entire year. So if they held their short position for an entire year, the cost to borrow would add up to 2.5 times what they entered for their cost basis, which that's a huge fee. Like, that's a massive fee. If you look at the security lending volume on ATER, there was a ton of security lending that took place right before Friday expiration, and then the price got stuffed below 550. But that was just barely. Like, they just barely were able to push it down below 550 on the 22nd. Well, they got it below $4.50. So they were able to close it below 450 on the 22nd. And then on April 29th, they were able to get it to just barely close above $5. They were trying to push it back down to 450 again, but they weren't able to maintain control of it, which shows that bulls and retail are starting to gain control of the stock. Add up the fact that utilization is maxed out since March 9th, and you have all of the signs of a squeeze in the making. Let's go check out. Could I pull up CYRN 3-month chart? Could be an easy 100% from the current price. And that's Jordy. Okay, yeah, sure. CYRN. I like cybersecurity stocks. I've heard of Siren. We're also looking at IRNT. 8% short interest of the free float. That's interesting. It looks like shorts recently made an exit. Oddly enough. Yes, they did. Yes, they did. So, shorts got, let's see, shorts covered here. And the price went from a low of $2 all the way to $6.94 and then hit a high of $13.87. Wow. When this one decided to run, it really ran. Shorts were covering and causing the price to pump, though. This was definitely shorts causing this. Let's see. The highest amount of short interest peaked at $10, and the short interest bottomed out at a high of $7. So, this was, I don't know, man. The stock could be doing well and it might reverse, but this move, like this kind of move, this was sort of like, you're not going to catch this. This happened because shorts decided to close their positions in mass and get out all at once. And it probably squeezed out a few shorts that got in at the last minute.
Penny Gizmo calling out Redbox again, back over 925.
Oh, nice. Let's go ahead and take a look at it again. Let's go view it on the 5-minute charts. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and take away the extended trading sessions, and let's go look at this one. All right. I need VWAP. Show me the VWAP. Oh, wait. This is ATER. What am I doing? Regular trading session. Okay. So if you've listened to this so if you're watching these indicators, this was a bad signal. This sell signal would have come at this candle, and the buy signal would have been up here. You would be taking a $1 in loss. So I'm testing out this strategy. Don't pay attention to this. This is not me doing this. This is just an automated trading strategy. I'm not even listening to it myself. I'm just testing it out. It was correct here on this candle, starting at close of $5.04, and it didn't mark a sell until $8.45. So that would be almost a like a 80% profit or so. But as for me, since I entered in way early, I'm at like a 200% profit. So buy and hold strategy works out in your favor most of the time. You're not going to outperform an algorithm.
So you're saying the computers can make the trades faster than I can?
I know, it's hard to believe.
Nonsense. Nonsense. Okay. I'm on my 3rd cup of coffee.
Let's see if we retest the top. I would like to see a break here. This is what we would call a bull flag. It's So after a big move to the upside, if a stock consolidates downward like this is what is referred to as a bull flag. Kind of look at it like so. Here's the flagpole. There's the flagpole, and then you set up your diminishing support and your diminishing resistance, and then you have a flag. So what we would like to see is for the stock to break out above this level. So that'll put us back above VWAP. We'll go ahead and hide the EMA so the lines aren't confusing. You see we have the VWAP is this blue line with the high and low averages. The high and low ranges of the VWAP are these green lines above and below it. So you can see that it's consolidating above the VWAP but below the high. So what we want to see is for it to break out here, because that's an indication of bullish, a bullish continuation, and the price to break up above. Now, if you're wondering what these multicolored zones are here, this is part of a GAN fan. This is just a trend analysis indicator. I don't use them very often, but it seemed pretty appropriate here. RDBX set itself up. I just drew this GAN fan along the support for its trend line, and what it does is it gives you a rough idea of the incline levels for like minimum maximum incline levels if a stock is going on a specific trend. And as you can see, we kind of shattered all expectations. We broke through to 3 zones on the GAN fan. Man, this stock just loves 875. This is nice. Let the bullishness continue. I would love to see another MACD cross here. Okay, so the trading signal here is giving a buy signal on this candle here. So we'll see how that plays out. I'll catch up to everybody in chat. Yep, Clay 180. I agree with your assessment. If you're in Redbox, ride the trend. This is in really good shape. Bullish continuation is definitely a possibility. Ooh, popped up to 894. If you're not in Redbox, this is FOMO. Like, this is pure FOMO. Don't jump into this position thinking that it's a sure thing. You got to resist that urge to just jump in blind into something like this. This has been setting up for weeks. Well, honestly, it's been setting up for months to a year. But this is just perfect timing on the part of DM Calls, who pointed this one out to us and brought it to our attention while it was still at around $2. And a lot of us got in early. I wish I had taken a bigger position in this one than I had, but I just didn't have the money available at the time. But this is still a great setup for us. It's a great setup for the Discord. And we're looking to see this one break out to possibly $14, $15. There's a pretty tall target on this one for a squeeze. More than 50% of the stock's float was shorted. But we are in a we are basically going to be in a race against time before either the company decides to take advantage and to use this as a way to raise cash on hand through some kind of dilution. That's not on the table right now. They've got warrants available, but those are not eligible as of yet. And in fact, the warrants themselves are actually pretty cheap, if I recall correctly. I believe the ticker is RDBXW. Let's see what the warrants are doing. I'm curious. Ah, yeah. So the warrants are like 70 cents now. These are stock warrants, which have the ability to mature after the price reaches a certain threshold, and Yeah, I imagine that some people are very happy with their choice to purchase warrants early on. 20 cents, 20 cents thereabouts. It's now 70 cents the way the price is going.
They're derivatives of 100, just like options, right?
I believe so. Warrants are well, no, because I've seen warrants trade for I've seen warrants trade for I've seen them trade in single digits before. So I think it's actually because there's a one I think there is a 1-to-1 ratio on warrants. With warrants, you're purchasing the right to purchase a share at a higher price later on, but lower than you would if the price continued on beyond that. So it is a derivative in that same fashion, but I
And there's
don't think that
typically
it's
a
in.
fee.
Yeah, there is an exercise fee unless they are pre-funded. So if you purchase a warrant and it is pre-funded, then you are paying the price of the warrant, which is the premium, in addition to the cost of the shares at the price that it would be worth. And it's essentially like guaranteeing yourself access to shares at a point where there is less availability of stock. So a lot of companies that are doing like they don't want to dilute their stock right away, but they want to raise capital. They'll allow for pre-funded warrants to be issued, and companies that want to take a position in the stock without diluting the company can do this, and they give the money over to the company, but they guarantee themselves access to the shares once the time comes, and they basically exercise it for free. It's a cashless exercise, and they're just given the shares, and it's taken directly out of the company's inventory of shares and given over to the purchaser.
So a great way for a company directly to raise capital.
Right, especially if it's a very low float company. There's not a lot of shares available traded on the market, and the person who's interested in getting a stake in the company doesn't want to assist in dilution uh, as a part of their purchase.
Yeah, it looks like Matthew McDowell in the chat says that it's a $11.50 fee for exercising the Redbox warrants.
Okay. I don't think that warrants are as like strict in their design as options are. Options are always like one contract equals 100 shares, puts or sells, doesn't matter. But I think that warrants are a little bit more fluid, that the company can define the nature of the warrants however they please.
Yes, like I have when I purchased Alfie at its IPO, I was also given warrants, and it has I believe like a $4.39 fee to exercise them.
Gotcha. Man, ATER is just looking beautiful. 548, it's holding up that support well. It's trying to stay above 550.
Very nice.
That's a good sign. I like IRNT. I'm going to pay attention to that one for later. SST, we're still looking at this one for a gamma squeeze. Right now, we want the price to get back above $15. That would place a whole bunch of options in the money, but shorts are trying to regain control of it and cause a bunch of call options to expire worthless this week. So unless bulls step in here in a big way, it's going to be a hard goal to meet. But I do think it's very possible because you look at this OBV, and it kind of speaks for itself. There's huge divergence on the OBV. Like, look at how much volume there was going into this big move up to $34, and it's just, even though the price is sold off, look at how few people have sold by comparison. The price just collapsed because the bid was taken away during the halt. The floor beneath this share price was just gone, and hedge funds and market makers hammered the hell out of it. So a whole bunch of options are set to expire out of the money. They're trying desperately to save themselves, but don't be fooled. Most of the shorts are actually underwater, way back down here below $10. And there's more of them that are, their water line is $13. So there's a bunch of shorts that are fighting for air right now. And if bulls step in, purchase a whole bunch of shares and drive the price back above $15, especially if they do it this week before Friday expiration, then what'll end up happening is all those shorts get shoved back underwater, and the puts that they took out against this will go out of the money and they'll go worthless. This is the same situation that happened with GameStop back in January, where Melvin Capital was continuously shorting the stock. Then they ran out of shares to short with. So then they decided to purchase deep in the money puts, and the price went against them, and it caused the puts to expire out of the money, and they lost all their equity for the puts. They went from in the money to out of the money, which took away the delta, and their value dropped from like the value of those puts dropped by 90%. So they took another short position the same way. So if this continues to happen, if SST continues to set up higher lows and put more puts out of the money, then the price can continue to run because the equity that shorts have in their margin accounts will diminish rapidly. And there's already a bunch of other factors going on in the broader market with the DTCC's haircut of margin against AA2 rated MBS, that's mortgage-backed securities. Those are receiving a 100% haircut to their margin equity value. Oop, what do we got? Ooh, AFib. We were talking about this during the professionals meeting yesterday. AFib is Acutus Medical. They're researching. They're basically a company that's researching atrial fibrillation and what was the technology called? It was like something mapping. Anyway, they're trying to map out the rhythms of the heart, and they have a new novel technology which appears to be more effective. And the speculation that we're looking at right now is that they may have a new design because there was a huge jump in volume that sent the price gapping up to all the way up to a high of $1.29 from its previous low at 80 cents. And it kind of just came out of nowhere. So we were paying attention to this one. So now we're looking at to see if it sets this trend up. This is the trend that we estimated that it would break 144 before May the 6th. That's this week. So if it does establish a trend here, then that would be a sign of reversal. It already looks like it's clearly setting up the trend. I didn't think that it would do it so quickly, but it has set up a trend. And the really exciting bit that I want to point out is this big gap to fill from let's see, it's the gap starts at 475 and goes till 650. So there's a huge gap to fill in these areas, and this stock is heavily shorted. This stock is way oversold. So we haven't taken a position in this one, but we're toying with the idea. 13% short interest of the free float. Shorts piled in on this one. They were trying to hurt it real bad. Yeah, look at this security lending volume. Almost 1 million in just 2 days. Now, security lending volume means buying and selling of shorts or lendable shares, so it can go both ways. It's just like regular volume. It's a measure of volume in both directions, buying or selling, but it is security lending volume nonetheless. And if you look at it based on the averages, it's never been this high. Not for a long time. Not since July 19th, when they started shoving the price down from a high of $17, and it started to collapse all the way down. So now the security lending volume has surpassed that over this past 3-day period. Let's see what else we got here. RDBX. Let's go ahead and update everybody on the RDBX situation on Ortex.
We're also starting to get some pretty choppy volatility on Borks.
Interesting. People are probably taking my non-financial advice and going like, oh well, I got stopped at a RDBX. I'll just throw it in Borks. I don't think I have. I'm not so prideful as to think that I actually have that much sway in the market. Now look at RDBX's short percentage of free float over the past exchange report periods. It went from 1% in November all the way to 43% as of the 14th of April. We're overdue for our short report from the 30th. But, I mean, you just look at the short interest estimated for... you can look at the estimated short interest from Ortex, and it's pretty close. It's pretty close. The short Ortex, if anything, tends to underestimate in order to be safer with its estimates, but it's been pretty spot on. Like it's well within the confidence. Well, it is just at the cusp of the confidence interval. It's kind of like a margin of error for Ortex estimates. I don't know where we'd be without Ortex. I love having Ortex as a partner. For those of you who have not used Ortex, or if you're thinking about getting Ortex, or if any of that,
Just
like
do it.
totally do it. Like don't even think about it. Ortex is absolutely the best data source that I have gotten, and they've got much more than just the short data. They have access to options feeds, so you can get a real options feed on any ticker that you want. So like if you want to check out BBIG and see how its shorts are measuring up against its options. They've also got news and headlines, which is a really accurate feed. I'm trying to remember who their data provider is. I believe they're using the same one that we are, but they use them for a news feed. They've got filings feeds. They've got insider trade feeds, dividends, EPS and analyst feeds. They've got fundamentals. They've got trading signals, which, oh man, the trading signals have been awesome. Which, by the way, the most accurate trading signal of Ortex, the Type 3 short squeeze, has been triggered several times on BBIG in the past several months. So we're looking for another signal to start on this one again, but RDBX actually received a short squeeze signal from Ortex as well. So you see this short squeeze signal happened on April 30th, and look at how accurate that was. The Type 3 short squeeze is the most accurate and the most profitable by far in Ortex. So anytime I see this one, I don't even have to think about it. I just know, drop some money on that position and I'm going to make more money. Ortex is awesome. I don't know where I'd be without it. And if you want to get a discount on Ortex and you have the money to pay for the yearly subscription, it's a $70 a month subscription, but if you pay for the entire year in advance, you get a big discount, and you can also use our link. We have an affiliate link with Ortex in the description of this video, and you can sign up for a full year, add a discount, and Hell's Trading Floor will receive some of your support. All you have to do is click the affiliate link, and then you have to send a email to Ortex, support@ortex.com, and use the code Hell's Trading Floor to let them know that you're a friend, and you'll go ahead and get a discount on your year's subscription. Let me catch up with everybody. Oh, Nasuka Hirabayashi, stealing your girlfriend's credit card. RDBX $20, my friend. Will get the DVD company tattoo. LFG. All on my girlfriend's credit card. Thanks, baby. Love you. Shout out to Natsuka Hirabayashi. Thank you very much, my dude. That was amazing. I'm bullish on Natsuka's girlfriend's credit card.
As are we all.
We'll be paying it back in dividends after RDBX is done squeezing. T7 PJJ in the Discord. Yes, I'd love to do a video on how to read and understand Ortex data. Actually, that would. I haven't done one yet. I've done a lot of separate videos on how I read Ortex data, but I haven't really gone in depth with how I interpret some of the data and what it means. It would be worthwhile, I think, to actually do a course or a class type video and describe how I watch Ortex and how I read the data. But I haven't done it yet. I will add that to my agenda of things to do. I know that the Discord has been asking me to do more stuff like that, and I would love to. It's just a matter of getting time, I still work full time. I do have a day job as a penetration tester. I fully expect all the innuendo and dirty jokes to just flood the chat now. But yeah, I'm a cybersecurity professional. My job is to break into companies' networks in order to test their security. I specifically specialize in the development of malware, malware analysis, code review, and exploit development. And I also do reverse engineering of network protocols as a part of my job. So one of my fun things to invest in is basically any company whose antivirus or intrusion prevention system makes my job an absolute pain in the dick. I invest everything that I have to spare in those companies because they're good enough to stop me. So if they're good enough to stop me, I know it's worthwhile and they're doing something right. Their business model may not necessarily work out because they're underselling their products, but anybody that knows what a good security product looks and acts like can absolutely benefit from things like Cylance or CrowdStrike is one of my favorites. I also like Cloudflare. That's more like denial of service and denial of service prevention and stuff like that. It's not antivirus, but it's still a good product. I love the cybersecurity stocks. Cybersecurity field is not going anywhere, and there's such a shortage of skills in the field. I have not found. I have been struggling for months to find people to add to my team. Penetration testing is my second gig and usually only happens after a few bourbons and a dinner first because I'm classy. Thanks for the laugh, Logical Chaos. I appreciate it.
That's our local zebra comedian.
That was magical.
Before you even mentioned who it was, I had to know it was Logical.
Who else would it be? Oh, man. Oh, you know what? I need to... By the way, thank you, Echo, for the thumbnail. I'll go ahead and get that swapped out. Very good. Oh, you know what? I forgot to actually share the stream on Twitter. We're a little bit low on our viewer count. I'm sure that other people would love to be a part of this. Watching these tickers run has been so good for my mindset this morning. I woke up feeling down, you know, like, oh God, I gotta go back to work again today. And then I saw that Redbox was up to like $7 pre-market. I'm like, oh shit. Could this be the day? Might I be able to retire at my tender young age of 10,000 years? Let's see what else we got going on here. I'm actually going to do a volume. Gotta delete all these supports. They are no longer relevant. I didn't want to get rid of the Gantt fan. I keep saying Gantt. I mean Gan. Damn it. Damn it. Stop that. Okay. All right, so we're past these areas. So that's no longer relevant. Don't need that anymore. I'm going to extend... I'm going to extend this trend out. Though I expect that we're not going to touch it for a while. Okay. If we touch this trend again, it's kind of like a breakdown notice of the momentum. Think of it like your bailout. That's kind of how I'm treating that. Why did I draw it like this? It's because I started from before it made its first jump up back on the 29th of April. And I saw the higher highs being set up on this area, and then it became support. So now I am setting this up as my bailout point. This guarantees me some safe profits. So if at any point the trend breaks down, but it seems like a moot point since we've just broken our bull flag. See this? Broke the bull flag. This is what we were waiting for. So now 890. Watch a whole massive volume come into this, and we'll be jumping back up to $10. Just give it a little time. The trend is your friend, and the trend is feeling very friendly right now. We'll see what BRQS is doing. Still dancing around in this pennant, but I don't expect it to last for very long. We're going to have a breakout one way or the other this week. Just for good measure, I'm going to go ahead and draw a consolidation zone here. I want to see this break out of this box, preferably to the upside. Okay. When does this fib timeline start its next cycle? Okay, morning of the 6th, so that's Friday expiration. Not that that really matters, since this stock doesn't have any options. I want to see this jump back up into the midpoint of that channel. If RDBX finishes squeezing by the time before Borks runs, though, I might have some extra cash to dump into there. RDBX is moving nicely, though, so I don't think it's going to be done for a while yet. At least not today. If Redbox keeps doing this, doing these same setups, consolidations, and runs, the morning was super volatile. If we get another setup like this and break out, we'll be good to go. Break of $10 would be amazing. Because honestly, we're talking about a squeeze now. We're not talking about we're not we're not talking about a just a ordinary trend anymore. Now we're talking about a squeeze. So anything squeeze like ends up looking more like a parabola. So if we truly see a squeeze, then the trend will follow somewhat of this arc. At least I think so. That's my perspective.
Well, Ben Levine, you gone and done it. You said her name in chat. There's two. All right. The silence has been broken. There has been a background conversation happening in the shadows without saying somebody's name that the level 2 is getting quite stacked and it's pushing the intraday high. And Logical is going to start screaming in a moment.
Hey.
88.19.
88.19. What ticker are you looking at?
It's okay. You could tell him.
BBIG.
It's BBIG. All right.
88.19.
Let's go ahead and move. Let's move RDBX up here with ATER. I'll take away FIO. We're not looking at FIO right now. FIO's still got to percolate a little bit. Here we go. 266 on BBIG. That's nice.
Oh, and it's moving. It's chewing through a very stacked level 2 right now.
Mm-hmm. Oh, my calls are up 50% now. If you're able to buy calls that are within 2 strikes of the money for 20 cents and they do not expire for 90 days, and you think this squeeze is going to happen on this ticker in 30 days, buy the more expensive option and give yourself more time. You will thank yourself for it later. At the monies for BBIG are so stupidly cheap for July. There's no reason for them to be so cheap. I'll do everybody a favor and pull this up in live stream questions.
Wait, is that less than 10 cents difference between June and July?
Yes, it is less than 10 cents difference. It's trading at 30 cents on the ass for $4.50 strike calls for July 15th on BBIG. Now, I want to show you all something. This is the heat map from ScourgeBot. If you're seeing this for the first time on YouTube, this is ScourgeBot, which is a tool that we have available in Hell's Trading Floors Discord. Only the professional members have access to it directly, but professionals are permitted to share any requests. So if somebody wants to get a look at some data for a ticker, just ask a professional or an analyst, member of the Discord, and we'll be more than happy to share the data with you. But this is just one piece of it. This is the heat map for Scourge, and currently we've got 33,000 calls getting ready to expire this Friday. And if those went in the money, like by itself, that's a huge portion of the float. Okay, that's 2.6% of the float at $3. That's what these percentages are marking out. Percentage of open interest versus the float. But you look all the way out here to July 15th and you see all of these options stacked up. And the $4.50, I'm looking at it right now on my brokerage. They are currently at their mid price is 30 cents. Their mid is 30 cents. On the ask, they're 35. So for 35 cents per share, That's $35 per call contract at $4.50. You could give yourself 80 days to expiration on these calls. Or you could pay something stupid. You could do something stupid and buy. If you want to do something stupid, you can spend 10 cents on $3 calls expiring this Friday. So 35 cents for these, 10 cents for these. How much fucking sense does this make? Why are people buying these? Don't buy these. Hell, don't even buy these. Buy these. You give yourself so much time, and the gamma ramp is setting up massively. And better yet, if you give yourself more time and you stay in the money, you'll give yourself a better delta. You'll lower your break even. And if you want to accumulate shares, you can exercise these at a much better price. You can give yourself 2.5 months till expiration. Michael Fassbender. Yeah. Yeah, I remember you asked about HCDI. We looked at it a little bit. We did look at it a little bit during our professionals meeting yesterday, but we didn't have time to go in depth with it. HCDI. I was curious to take a look at it.
Captain Insano has been calling that out today.
Captain Insano's been on a roll. Cost to borrow is lifting, which is really nice to see. It's a 245% average. I see it breaking out. This is nice. So from $2 to $2.60, touched a top of $3. So it had a 30. Well, that's a 50% run. Just in a 2-day period on the 22nd. And this consolidation is looking nice. I like the look of it. I do. I wouldn't say breakout just yet. But let's take a look. I'm happy to be proven wrong. BRQS is hitting the bailout support line. Did they stop loss hunted again? Yes, they are trying to get it below, to close below this pennant. Whoops. All right. Well, I'm not bailing out. I'm still holding on. The narrative on this support has changed since they stop loss hunted the shit out of this thing. They were trying to shake retail out, and I take that shit personally. Anyway, HCDI. Oh wow. Okay, well, I said I would be happy to be proven wrong. I'm happily proven wrong. Yeah, I'd say you are correct. This is a clear double bottom pattern. Basically about the same level of bullish as an inverted head and shoulders pattern.
Cough, you're still on the Ortex page, cough.
Oh, my bad. Thank you. HCDI. Yep. HCDI is looking very strong. That's an interesting setup. I see this double bottom pattern here. I don't know what other catalysts there are for this particular ticker, but I see that it's a 9 million float, and I'll go ahead and do a inspect live options on it just to see if there's a gamma ramp. No options. Okay, well that answers that question. I'm going to keep looking at this one and look for other catalysts, but I haven't had time to research this one. If you want to help out with the research, we'd appreciate having you in the Discord. You can chat about this one in Trading Floor, and I'll even have one of the mods create a swing trade thread. If you want to chat about this one and consolidate DD, that's pretty much all we do at Hell's Trading Floor. If you're looking for due diligence on fundamental and technical analysis, our Discord is entirely focused on just doing the analysis and figuring out what the good plays are. We're not in the business of doing pump and dumps. We don't focus on exclusively meme plays. We look for what's actually a valid play. Even amongst meme plays, there are definitely there's real value to be found. We're more focused on actually proving it and not giving in to social biases. Okay, so BBIG setting up to break its fib level. 270 is the level. ATER getting ready to touch its intraday high. Can you do it? Can you do it, ATER? Man, if ATER put all those options in the money this week, that would be huge. I have options going out till May 20th, but I'm probably going to start thinking about rolling those out if we get much closer. They're in the money right now, though. So I'm pretty content to hold them with the intent to exercise. This is the heat map for ATER. Currently, 550 and below, if these calls were to expire in the money, would account for roughly 5% of the float in the money. But the May 20th level is what's really loading up. There's almost 40% of the float preparing to expire in the money below $75 or $7.50. Sorry. The sooner we can get it above this level, the better chance these have of expiring in the money and creating that gamma squeeze. The momentum is in favor of the bulls. It's setting up higher lows, and all the technical trends indicate that it is moving on a bull trend, but it still hasn't put enough pain on shorts in order to actually cause a squeeze. What we're hoping is that the combined drop in margin from MBS equity, along with all the other meme plays running, will put enough pressure on shorts collectively to cause squeezes across the board. That's part of what this due diligence that we've been focusing on is telling us. How about we catch up with RDBX? All right, broken out of the bull flag, and now we're consolidating. I love it.
Orcs is also breaking out of the bull flag right now. Just shot up to 34.
Yep, you are right. Here we go.
We getting some movement on the market. Ooh, we are. The tick is starting to move north into the buy zone. Trend is moving down, showing buying pressure as well. Sweet.
Those calls for BBIG are getting more and more expensive by the minute. I think I'm going to get priced out of them. I'm telling y'all. Those BBIG's July calls are the ones that you want. If you're going to take a bullish position, not financial advice, but if you're going to take a bullish position on BBIG going in the money on July 15th calls, you will be happy you did. Because no matter what happens with BBIG, you're never wrong giving yourself more time. But if you're thinking that this is going to set up for a squeeze and it's hit its support, okay, your risk is low. You are doing low risk. And the options are so cheap, you may as well go in the money.
I promised myself no options for a little while, but I've loaded up 1 shares already.
Doing shares is just as well. Honestly, like if you're stuck between the idea of doing options or shares and you're afraid of options, just go with the shares. Because by actually buying shares, you're actually helping push the price in the favor of the bulls, and that can help out the gamma squeeze because you need share purchases to actually get the fire closer to the well, Matt Core has had an analogy that if you imagine that share purchases are the fire, options are like gasoline, and the more share purchases you have, the closer that flame gets to the gas until a point where it's eventually able to ignite, and that is the best analogy for a gamma squeeze that I can imagine. Yeah, I like what Borks is doing. Getting more and more volatile.
Yep.
The volume is still low, though. Still low volume. I would love to see more. Maybe when RDBX is done squeezing. I keep having these like lofty, imaginative dreams of mine that I'm going to perfectly play each squeeze. I'm going to take one squeeze. I'm going to take the profits from that into the very next thing that's going to squeeze, then take the profits from that and go into the next squeeze. And I know that that's not realistic. It's like pretty much impossible. That'd be like hitting 00 on the roulette wheel 10 times in a row. But it doesn't stop me from dreaming. I mean, I've got to dream big. At least I can look at the data and give myself better odds of being right. It's not like playing roulette, since the roulette wheel is random. The stock market's worse because it's rigged against you.
I was gonna say roulette wheels are better regulated.
Roulette wheels are better regulated than the market.
You actually know the odds. You know they're following certain rules.
Oh, man. Judy Tyranny wants to know about Nile. Sure, we can take a look at Nile. Although you're probably not going to like what you see. Nile's pretty badly oversold right now. It is touching support. It's hit this level of 39 cents twice, and it's looking like it's going to try to test it again. And it's also forming a head and shoulders pattern here, which is also not good, and it's testing the neckline. So if this thing breaks down again, then it's likely that we're going to see about 35 cents and maybe end up seeing new lows. I'm still in my Nile position, although I kind of wish I wasn't. I'm just too stubborn to let go. Can we look at Mullen? Yes, we can look at Mullen. Mullen is still consolidating. It's been testing this lower bound. It's been in a consolidation channel for a long time, honestly. Like this is long consolidation. So it's probably going to continue until it just suddenly doesn't. There's not really any technical indicators except that eventually it's going to stop doing this and it's going to go in one direction or the other. If there's anything good to do with their batteries that actually turns around the perspective and can shove the short thesis up Hindenburg's ass, then maybe we'll see some reversal and a continuation. But at the moment, we're just kind of watching it consolidate. You might see some interest come in around earnings. At the moment, it's just going to be consolidating for a while, I guess. We'll see what happens. But if you want to set some alerts, I would set it to a breakout above $1.45, a break down below $1.25. I don't set stop losses on these. I set alerts, but also I don't have any shares in Mullen right now. I've got some options. If I'm lucky, I'll be right. I'm not going to share my position, though, because I don't want other people to follow my trade, because for me, it's just a gamble, a really cheap gamble. Let's go see what RDBX is doing again. Still consolidating. I really like what it's doing. I really do. Let's go see if it can break out of this bull pennant that it's forming now.
I was going to say that is quite the picturesque pennant.
Yep. Yeah, this is a perfect bull pennant. We had a bull flag, it broke out and then broke back down again, so it's trying. It is trying. CRXT? Sure, we'll look at CRXT. We were looking at that one quite a bit. What's SPY doing? Ooh, 410? Oh, man. I didn't look at this since yesterday. Oh, wow. I
We're
looked
about
at
to
it
get some buying pressure coming in.
on the SPY.
Yeah, it's the tick has been in that southern chop zone under 0, kind of bouncing back between 0 and negative 700-ish all morning. But it's been consistently moving higher and flirting with breaking out over that negative into that positive region. And when it flips, it's going to bring a lot of momentum with it.
I believe it. I was saying that the SPY is probably going to get at least one good pump in before the crash actually happens. I am trying to time a market crash, by the way, for those of you watching. I do think there's going to be a huge market crash. One of the things that I'm paying attention to, oh, Jesus, this already moved today. Oh, fuck. See, I was hoping to get a position in this. This is the direction real estate bear 3 times leveraged EFT, DRV. What this is basically is a EFT that takes a 3x leverage position against the real estate market. Any company that's in real estate, if it's doing badly, this thing does well. And you'll notice that the OBV is starting to build against it. So I'm trying to negotiate a position in it. But right now, I don't have any money, and I'm trying to get some.
Isn't that always the problem?
It is always the problem. Oh, wow. RDBX, you make me so happy. Please keep making me happy. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm trying to time all these perfect squeezes so that I can catch the market collapse and basically retire with a huge short position against the market. And then once the market's done crashing, I'll cash out my short position and then I'll reinvest it and go back long on the market again. Because that's what always happens. Go invest in moving trucks, storage facilities, and dollar stores. Dollar stores and Walmart always do very well during a recession, which is a really, really terrible sign of things to come because they're all doing so well. If you want
Don't forget about dispensaries.
Yeah, oh yes, dispensaries, that's right. Weed stocks are gonna go do something ridiculous. Yeah, let's actually look at Dollar General on the weekly. This is Dollar General during the entire COVID crisis and the 2018 recession. If you invested in Dollar General, you would have outperformed the SPY. No joke. Dollar General is up, what is this? Like from 2018, from the beginning of 2018, if you invested right in the beginning to what it is right now, you would be up 150%. If you had invested in all of your money into Dollar General at the beginning of 2018, you would have almost doubled. You would have almost tripled your money. And
Redbox is looking spicy.
what is it? DLTR, Dollar Tree. Yeah, Dollar Tree is the other one. The Dollar Tree is fun. If you invested all of your money at the peak of the market crash in 2008 and just held, you would have multiplied your money by 24 times. This is what dollar stores do during recession periods. 2008 was the worst one. During the crash, it was awful, but as people were going homeless, you better believe they were profiting. Walmart's the same story.
Redbox is breaking out of the pennant.
All right, let's take a look at this. It's kind of following my arc pretty well. I like that. That's actually a little bit scarily close. If this really does squeeze in the shape of this arc, I'm just gonna leave this arc here. I'm just gonna leave this here. If this is what Redbox does, I'm just gonna say True Demon can tell the future.
We're calling that the bread basket.
We're calling it the bread basket. Ah, man. Sadly, I'm gonna have to go in 10 minutes. I'm not gonna be able to stick around. I'm not gonna be able to stick around any longer. I gotta catch a meeting with a client. But I'll probably be able to come back around again for Power Hour. I would like to be present for the rest of the market day, just because things are going extremely well. But while I'm thinking about it, if you're new to the channel and you haven't seen us before and you're liking what you see, be sure to drop a like, subscribe to the channel. We do videos pretty regularly nowadays. I've been able to be more consistent since I'm finding time during the workday to break away and cover the market. And of course, if you're interested in being a part of the due diligence process as we hunt down these stocks and get early warnings on the tickers, you can join us at Hell's Trading Floor. That's discord.gg/Hell's Trading Floor. You can sign up to be a member through our Patreon link at patreon.com/thedevilsbroker. It is a membership subscription, but for $3 a month, which is that's the lowest that I could make it, just to make it easy for people to join in. You can get access to 90% of the entire trading floor. And yeah, it's just to keep out bots. Thanks, Rob Hawkins. I appreciate it. Short interest on HCDI. I just looked at it a minute ago. Short interest is 30%. 30% short interest of free float. That's 2 million shares. I'll show you the Ortex page. This is currently what it's at. If you want to screenshot this, I'll give you 5 seconds. Okay. Back to TradingView. Breaking out to 9 again. I love it. I haven't even had coffee today. Stocks are my caffeine now.
I'm totally not on my 4th cup.
This is great. I have so many other red positions, but BBIG, ATER, and Redbox are looking so primed. Redbox is already squeezing. But I mean, this isn't even really quite qualifying as a squeeze just yet. This is more like just consolidation before it really gets ripping. This morning was nuts. Let's see. We had, if I look at the 30-minute, look at this start that we had. 23.4 million shares traded in the first 30 minutes of the market opening bell. Another 28.7 million. So combined over just over 50 million shares traded in the opening hour of the market day. It's consolidated down a little bit, but I really think that it's not done yet. I think this was cool off period, and it's now going to start shaking out the truly determined shorts, because now it's showing signs of strength and continuation despite all that heavy hammering of shorting going on at the top. I know this was shorts just punching it down again. There was a 90, so update on Redbox. Update on Redbox. Like I said, April 30th, just the very last trading day of the month. There was, well, it was Friday, 29th. There was a type 3 squeeze signal on Redbox, okay? This has been the most accurate trading signal for Ortex ever. This is the most accurate squeeze signal that they have had. It has had 3 short squeeze signals of all types. There's only 3 types, type 1, 2, and 3. They all were triggered last week on Redbox, and the type 3 is the most profitable and has the highest returns on average of all the other signals. This is a fantastic product, by the way. If you missed my message earlier, check out the affiliate link with Ortex below and go with the yearly subscription. You can get a discount on Ortex if you email support@ortex.com with the code Hell's Trading Floor. They'll give you a discount on your subscription. As I was saying,
the level 2 right now, the only thing holding this thing back right now is institutional traders and market makers.
Oh wow, yeah. I'm looking at the order book dancing back and forth on Ortex right now. Holy smokes.
There's literally no stopping pressure on the level 2 from retail. It's all behind the scenes.
Wow, that's crazy. So I want to show everybody this as well, and screenshot this, share it on Twitter, whatever you want to do. I've got the DD on my Twitter page. If you don't know that, there's a link in this video, or you could just go to Twitter. My handle is TrueXDemon. The on loan shares as of Friday was 2.67, and that of the free float is 96% of the float. 96% of the float was on loan as of this morning. That was this morning's update. That's an insane portion. That means that for every 100 shares, 96 of them are borrowed. That's an insane number of borrowed shares. The failures to deliver on this stock are about to be insane. You think that the failures to deliver looked high here? That was when it gapped down and a whole bunch of people were failing to deliver on their short positions because a bunch of bulls that had gotten stopped out of their trades were forcing them to recall their shares so that they could sell them. This is going in the other direction, and the volume from here is about, let's see, what was the volume on this day? 6 million? Yeah, the last day, 100 million. The free float on loan is totally maxed out. The utilization totally maxed out. It's been maxed out ever since the free float hit a peak of 58%, and then it retraced, and the utilization was still at 100% all throughout that period. This is market makers trying to negotiate they're negotiating shares in order to facilitate all the trading. If retail buys and just holds Redbox, there's no telling how high it can go. But I'm also I also hesitate to tell people to just FOMO into this because it is just FOMO. Like, we don't know how high this can go, and we also don't know when it will collapse. Because keep in mind that the Ortex data is not real time. There's no way for it to be. It's on a 2-day delay. So what's happening now could be shorts covering for all we know, but just the direction that the momentum is going says otherwise.
Here we go. The tick is finally starting to bend a little bit north of 280, so we're starting to see that. We're starting to see that reflected in the SPY, the IWM, the Qs. It's starting to try to bend around. It's flirting with it.
That's good to
Still
hear.
in the center chop, but it's starting to try to hit the brakes on the downward.
It's good to hear. The SPY is starting to throw a head and shoulders pattern, and it's been consolidating at the necklines. So if it reverses here, then that would definitely be a total reverse of trend. Having it break a bearish pattern, I would say would be more bullish than for it to form just an ordinary bullish pattern. I would love to see the SPY actually turn around for a little while. SOS halted. What happened to SOS?
I mean, if the ticker is any indication, well.
This halted? Are you psyching me out? This didn't halt.
It did halt.
It did halt?
Yeah,
Really?
SOS is halted right now.
What? It halted on a 1 cent move? What?
Or is it a news fault or something?
They launched a supercomputing hosting center in Wisconsin 20 days ago. There's been no news.
Well,
This
if
is
there's news, if there's news incoming, they can hold it, right? Like if they're waiting for the news to hit.
Ending news.
I have to check. What is it, like Nasdaq or whatever the site is that shows the actual halts and what the trigger codes were.
Yeah, and it's not showing SOS.
That's interesting.
News pending. There it is.
News
It's on
pending.
the New York Stock Exchange trading halts. SOS Limited news pending.
Interesting.
To Edgar.
Well, I guess let's see if it goes one way or the other. I'll go ahead and set some alerts.
Does it say it's like an hour and a half halt?
Hour and a half. What the fuck?
It said halt time 7:40. I mean, it's obviously a different time zone than I am, but halt time 7:40. NYSE resume time 9:10.
On news, they can halt it as long as they need.
Yep.
This is the first time in all of my trading that I've actually seen a news halt. Especially for a penny stock. Like, why? All right. Well, let's catch up with the chat. Let's see what everybody else is talking about. TD, what do I think about CYBL for a long position? CYBL. You know what? I just realized that I snubbed somebody and I forgot to go back to their ticker. I'll look at CYBL really quickly, and then I'll jump back into what the. Did I like run out of tabs or something? CYBL. Oh wow, this is this is itty bitty teeny weeny penny stock. I don't know if I want to trade this at all. I don't know if I want to trade this one at all. Cyberlux Corp. I don't know anything about these guys. Development, manufacturing, and marketing of long-term portable lighting products for commercial and industrial users. Firm offers a range of products such as lightweight, portable, battery-powered, advanced LED lighting systems for special operators, forward base operations, security, and equipment maintenance. So they make flashlights for the Army and PMCs.
Oh,
Why are they
here's
a
your
publicly
news.
traded company?
Here's
Okay.
your news on SOS. SOS revenue jumps 612%. Gross
Oh.
profit improves 62.1%.
Oh. I see.
SOS is about to do something.
Wow. Wow. What was their last revenue? What was their latest revenue?
Whoa, the tick just took a nosedive.
Yay!
And there goes the SPY with it. We are negative 800. Hold on to your hats, folks.
Scully, how's your Uvixies calls doing?
You know.
We're in the money.
690% on 50 million. Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah, SOS is going to do something.
We were looking at that thing a long time ago.
Oh, yeah, we were. I guess we'll see what happens when SOS comes out of its halt. But my money's tied up right now. I can't add anything anywhere. I don't think I have anything available on my other account. I could try. But I don't know if I want to expose my main investing account to a penny stock. Or to that kind of volatility, because I can't day trade in it. I'm below pattern day trader requirements. What the hell. If I can trade it...
10.5% of free float.
SOS is what?
Shorted 10.5% of free float.
Really?
81% utilization.
It's unexpected news, and a news halt for something like that I can understand absolutely. The last time that SOS did something like this, it went from $1 all the way up to 15. That was like back in early 2001.
Yeah, Captain Insano just posted 18% in the money at 2.
At $2. Wow. Breaking resistance. It's unhalted.
When gapped up.
Yes, it did. All right. Well, fuck it.
Someone filled my SOS calls for 0.5.
I got 200 SOS calls for 2 cents.
they're immediately up 300% almost.
I'm up 50% now. I got May 20 calls for a ridiculous price.
Yeah, I managed to find, what were they, May 20th, 50-cent strike. And I got them for 5 cents each.
I can see handful of people liquidating some Bork's positions and jump into that.
Yeah. Oh wow. I got 100 more contracts for 5 cents.
Which is probably going to cause
Holy
that
shit.
to pop up.
Oh wow. Holy shit. Hey, everybody, like I don't do financial advice and I don't do pump and dumps, but you probably want to look at SOS for a position like right now. Oh my god. Holy shit. Can you send me the article to that news? And let's start doing shout outs inside the trading floor. We need to let everybody know about this.
I went against my own better judgment and got in on SOS.
Yeah.
I did too. I got 300 shares.
Doggone it, Nom.
But I'm also in a position of a good faith violation, so I have to hold.
I'm gonna burn my last day trade on this one.
Well, I guess if I was going to break my no options policy for a little while, this was the one to do it on.
Proud of you.
Oh my god. Oh, the 50-cent calls. How dare.
I'm gonna try to save some people.
And I've been tracking SOS for a while now. And it does this to me.
Oh shit, there it goes. 53 cents. The news is spreading rapidly.
DD, it is 12:11.
Oh fucking hell, I'm past my meeting. God damn it. All right, I need to go. I gotta go. I'm sorry, guys.
Later,
Ending the
man.
stream.
Good luck.
Hey guys, it was a false alarm, so it doesn't start for another until 12:30. Oh. Hey guys, just letting y'all know on the trading floor, false alarm. My meeting starts in 15 minutes. So, and my stream's still running right now. It's still running. It's still running at the
I'm
moment.
glad I
It didn't
got you
turn it
outta
off.
here on time, though.
Yeah. You did almost get me. You did get me out on time. I've got an alert set for myself to leave 5 minutes before it starts. So I'll.
You hopping back over to the other one to keep
Yeah.
talking over there? Or are you still
Yeah,
staying?
I'm going back to the live stream studio.
All right, see you there.
Hey, everybody on YouTube. I'm so sorry about that. I thought that I was done. I'm gonna stick around for 10 more minutes just to see what happens to SOS. But yeah, sorry for that false alarm. I will have to
Even with
go in.
even
I will
sorry,
have
go
to go
ahead.
in 15 more minutes. In 15 more minutes, I will be gone for sure. But yeah, sorry
Whoever
for
called
like
out
the
the
abrupt exit.
SOS halt, thank you.
Yes, yes. Thank you so much for calling the SOS halt. That was incredibly timed.
That's what this is all about, man. You get enough people in here, everybody spread around looking at different stuff. Somebody catches that one thing.
Oh my god, my calls are up 200% instantly. All of
Hey,
them.
watch Redbox too, though. You can, I don't know if it's because of SOS, but you can see there's some kill candles on Redbox happening.
Yeah.
What's making my
I do think that Redbox might be showing weakness. Yeah, it broke below. All right, if Redbox starts to squeeze again, it will likely come after a dip. But now it's down to $8.30.
SOS broke 54?
Yeah. So that was an official news halt from NASDAQ. So this was predicted news. I hope it was verified. It will absolutely ruin my day if that is bullshit news, but
And even with the size of this pump on SOS, it's crazy that that's not even the bottom of the value. When you zoom out, it could go so much higher.
yeah, no kidding. Oh wow, look at my portfolio. Oh Jesus, my portfolio is going parabolic.
Take those profits, man.
The calls aren't even in the money, man. I'm just gonna let them roll. See, folks who pay attention.
Which call did you get, TD?
I got May 20s and June 17s.
I think everybody's quietly calculating and repositioning themselves.
I do think that is precisely what's happening. Yes.
I've changed my buy order 4 different times and got fills multiple times.
I just watched my options go up quite a bit.
That's
Yeah, I did the same as logical and broke my option rule.
Yep. I'm hoping that everybody has negotiated their positions very, very well. RDBX, yeah, absolutely. I'll take a look at RDBX. Sorry, guys. I got green eyes on SOS because they just announced a 600% revenue increase during a news halt on the Nasdaq. So big big money just poured into SOS, and now the stock has skyrocketed by about 25, 30% in the last 15 minutes. I managed to get fills on some calls for like less than 5 cents. It was kind of crazy. I did want to let everybody know that I do see this breakdown in RDBX right now. It went above this pennant and then it broke down again. So either it's going to consolidate some more, or this is a breakdown. But either way, it's consolidating for a little bit. So I pulled back some of my position a little. We'll see what happens with the stock, and if it dips again, I'll use that money to pull in some profits. But right now, I'm catching this SOS run, and I'm thinking that I might be able to pour some of those profits into RDBX once the time comes, or maybe BRQS. We'll find out.
Good God, I've already hit 10%.
Yeah, I'm hitting. I'm 200% on my May calls. I'm 60% on my June calls, and let's see. Wow, what a day! It's a wild day,
And this is just Monday.
and it's just Monday. Price target on SOS, dude. I don't have one. This is a volatile. This is news. This is volatile news coming out of a news halt on Nasdaq. There's no way to know where this is going to.
The technical term for this style of trade is wee.
That's an accurate description. It's chasing this gap fill too to 80 cents. SOS posting this earnings is very timely, wouldn't you say?
And it's a positive earnings and the stock's going up. This is a very rarity in this new market.
I know. Yes, this is. I know retail investors tend to get scared when they see green candles. Like they don't really understand the concept of stonks going up on good news, but this is one of those rare cases where fundamentals play a factor in the performance of a company and the stock responds in kind.
And the air just left the room.
Thank you so much. So who was it that called out SOS? Because I want to buy this person a beer.
I mean, I heard it first from you.
Was it chat? Was there someone in
It
chat that
was
said it?
Tony Smith on YouTube.
Tony Smith on YouTube. Tony Smith,
think-
thank you
I
so
think
much.
he's in
Smith is
Discord.
Yeah, he's in Discord too.
Tony
The real
Smith is in
Tony
Discord.
Smith.
The real Tony Smith. That was a hell of a call out, sir. That was a hell of a call out.
Man, all those buy orders that people got on SOS for like May and everything were people that just had like sell orders and to get out of whatever they had because they were trying to get something for them. And it just, they sold them to all of us. Oh, it's rough.
Big shout out to the real Tony Smith. Let's go see what SOS's news actually says. I'm going to go ahead and put the word out on Twitter and let people know. If you have a link to that article, Tony Smith, and you're in the Discord, really would appreciate that. I don't see the news anywhere.
There's a spot for anyone that didn't jump in to go ahead and jump in.
Still kind of amusing though, like 650% revenue increase, and you're up 6 cents.
They have 29,000
10
shares
cents?
sitting to sell at $1.04. I put the level 2 in chat.
Are you serious?
Yes, very serious.
Thanks, Insano. Oh Jesus. $1.04, 30,000. Yep, you are completely correct. We'll see what this thing does going into the afternoon session. But everyone everyone went to lunch. Wow.
So what is that? 357 million market cap now that puts them at? Is that what I was reading?
Yeah, something like that. Let me go look at it. I think
And
TradingView
there's
gives the live feed. Market cap is 120 million at the start of the day. It doesn't tell me what their float is, which is a little frustrating.
234 million according to Weeble.
Okay. I'm gonna go get the data from ScourgeBot. The float, according to, there's no way. No way. 246 million is the outstanding shares according to 12 data. The free float is 46.5 million, and the shares sold short are 27 million. Really? Is that even possible? SOS, what is you doing? Let's go look at the Ortex data and see if SOS has something to tell us. Holy smokes.
60% bearish flow for options on unusual whales. I mean, bullish, my bad.
Oh man, that really changes the narrative, dude.
Yeah, my bad. I'm fucking spazzing over here for a second.
All right.
Next
Wait,
leg
are
for
we still streaming?
liftoff
Did I
on
just drop an F-bomb
SOS.
on stream?
guys.
My bad.
You dropping F-bombs on my stream? I'll learn to forgive you. You can spend a few
Yeah.
We're already demonetized, so don't make a difference.
We're probably not, as long as you don't do it. As long as you don't like drop 20 F-bombs in the same 10 minutes, then we'll probably survive. I've only been demonetized one time in actuality.
That was your cactus rant, wasn't it?
It was the cactus rant. Oh, actually, twice I've been demonetized. There was the cactus rant, and then there was the song that the remix that Occam's Phaser did.
Oh, I knew it.
Throw some cactuses in the chat. I want to see all the dancing cactuses. Now, RDBX is consolidating nicely. I'm confident in the play, but I am trying to negotiate whatever the hell is going on with SOS. Like 57 cents right now, up 35% today. If you caught this run, you should really be thanking the real Tony.
Everybody on YouTube thank the real Tony.
Thank the real Tony Smith. Tony Smith was on the spot. He was Johnny on the spot. That was an excellent call out. I'm just giving you credit where it's due. That was good eyes on the news, and that's good for everybody here on the trading floor. We want to make sure that people are winning. That's the point. Everybody deserves a win.
That thing was a tap 58. It wants it.
Make sure everybody's winning and giving credit where credit is due.
That's it.
Amen to that.
That is it. So utilization is tapping 81%. It touched 92% back on the 21st. This stock has been so heavily shorted. What's the on loan at? There's a disparity in the on loan by 5 million shares, so that's interesting. Obviously, nobody here is responsible for anyone else's trades. Everyone's responsible for themselves and their own decisions. So just stick to that. Please remember that when you're trading highly volatile situations like this, and keep a close eye on the tickers. All right. Unfortunately, I am going to have to end the stream for real here. I have to catch a meeting with a client, so this is going to I'm going to close this out. I will return for Power Hour and let you guys know where we're standing with all these remaining tickers once we get back. Just a quick 30-second recap. We got SOS, which is tapping 57 cents after a big news drop of 600% revenue increase during a news halt. And we've got RDBX consolidating, getting ready to set up another run. ATER setting up another run as well. This one's a big gamma options squeeze combined with a short squeeze. Same thing with BBIG, which is setting up to surpass the 270 resistance level. That's going to be it for me for now. Thank you guys so much for dropping by the stream. I'll look forward to seeing you at Power Hour. Peace out.